not fun. This is not how I want to spend my day today at all. Guys, you're not gonna believe what happened. In all of my travels, in all 6 years of travel, I have never experienced this one thing personally, and today it happened. I finally got into an actual accident, like with another car, and it wasn't something that I could control. I was here in the Phoenix area and I was driving down the 51, about to get on the 101, and in doing so, a vehicle cut across and slammed on their brakes in front of me, and I had to slam on my brakes, which then caused a chain reaction where another woman had to slam on her brakes. Not a good way to experience a day of van life. I am currently now sitting in this dirt lot next to this school because I was on the highway and the police officer asked me to please get off of the highway since no one was injured. So this is the safe spot that I'm supposed to meet them so I can do a police report. Now, when we were traveling the Pacific Northwest over the summer, Riley got hit. She was rear-ended also, and I learned a few things from that. Now, a lot of you all had said, oh no, you don't have to get a police report if you're not injured. However, we learned in Oregon that it is a state law that you have to get a police report. So I'm waiting currently for a police officer. I contacted them when I was still on the highway. The other woman who was involved, I do have her insurance information. She's supposed to come over here too. I'm not sure if she's going to, but the damage is much more minimal than I thought it would be. The bang was very hard and it was really scary, and well, I'm not thrilled about this still. In fact, you can probably see a couple of small dents, but I'm going to show you exactly what I experienced when I was on the highway right now so you can understand why I'm stressed. This is not a low stress situation by any means. From this angle, you can see it a little bit better. It's definitely some bumps and bruises, but the good news is my biggest fear was that because of my doors being this kind of doors, that any kind of impact would jam them, but it still opens, and it still seems to open all the way, so that's good. At this point, it's mainly about getting the police report for the insurance, just in case, because I would rather be safe rather than sorry, because the burden of sorry always falls onto you as a driver. So we're not doing that. No. It wasn't my fault. I'm not taking responsibility for having to pay for these damages. No, it's just not happening. Now, my biggest fear, guys, is that I'm going to be here for a while because this is not an injury incident. It's 6:45. I've already been sitting here for a few minutes, and we sat on the highway for a little bit too. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably one of the worst parts about getting into an accident is the uncertainty of knowing if they're going to show up or not show up. I'm trying really hard to do this the right way, because if for some reason the insurance does need that burden of proof of police report, I need to have that. At the same time, they don't make it easy for you. Like, it's bad enough that you got hit. Then you have to jump through the hoops of what happens after you got hit, getting it fixed, and all of that stuff. And I'm probably going to have to get this fixed at base camp, because I don't feel like I want to be displaced from my van for an undetermined amount of time. So I'm not exactly sure what I need to do. But I do know that with the police report, I have a step in the right direction. I also because I do have a hometown person who does my insurance, I kind of want to reach out to her tomorrow and just see if there's anything additionally that I need to do. I just want to make sure that I can get this done, and this is not how I wanted to spend my day, my evening, the rest of my week, my birth month. You know, my birthday's on Saturday. I was just wanting to get through some happy times, and now there's this. Wow. At least, because we're always trying to find the silver lining, At least it was not worse, and I am in fact okay. I just hope that I'm not like sore tomorrow from the jolt. I don't think I will be. You know, sometimes you just kind of tense up though. I don't know. These are just meandering thoughts that I have, and oh no, my anxiety has anxiety right now. Okay, it's 6:54, so no police officers yet, but the other person involved in the accident did come over. The traffic just took her a different direction, I guess. Okay, so this process all started at 5:12. That's whenever I originally called 911 because I did not know how to call the DPS otherwise, because in an accident your brain just goes kind of to mush. And so they immediately transferred me, and I apologize like 5,000 times. I'm so sorry. I don't want to tie up a 911 line. I don't know how to get in touch with the DPS. And yeah, so that started at 5:12. It is now past that. Yeah, so this is a lengthy endeavor, a super lengthy endeavor. And the longer I sit here, the more stressed I am. Now, I am, again, in the Phoenix area. Aussie Van Man is in this area, so I sent him a pin as to where I am, so I won't have to be here by myself if it's dark. The other motorist is here, but at the same time, like, she's in her car, so I just don't know. He told me that because he sometimes has to work with the police officers, with the school, that it can take a while for them to respond because they're short-staffed here in Phoenix. So to not stress out and just to stay in my vehicle with the vehicle locked, he told me that I should be in a good place next to this school. So that made me feel a little better, but not entirely. You know, I'm just not looking forward to the next steps with this, but I'll share all of those with you whenever we get there. But for now, I'm just gonna sit here and be stressed. I think the cop just got here, or a cop just got here. It may be somebody pulling somebody else over. I'm not sure. Yeah, that cop is actually pulling somebody else over. Okay, just kidding. But maybe they're also here to help us. That would be awesome. That'd be super awesome. Oh no, guys, I am noticing something though that may not be good. The door sensor. Okay, so the door sensor went off whenever I just reopened and slammed the door. So I'm gonna have to make sure that every time that I make sure it latches super good now, because apparently that is a little off. And I really do hate to be this person, but oh my goodness, please come here. Please come here. I don't want to sit here until it gets dark. That will get super sketchy. While we're waiting, I went ahead and contacted my family back in Texas just to let them know, because they'll see this video also, and I didn't want them to be surprised. Hey, I had an accident. Yeah, I went ahead and contacted Riley, because Riley is one of my safety buddies, and because she was in this situation previous, I just wanted to ask her, is there anything else that I don't remember that we encountered? And, you know, she had a really hard time when she had an accident with the person who hit her. I feel as though, as of right now, I'm gonna have a much better scenario because the girl is actually very sweet. She's very kind. She didn't start off by yelling at me, which was really nice because that's what happened to Riley. So that's a step in the right direction, maybe. But there's another officer coming. Yay, I think this is for us. Yes, it is. Thank goodness. Be right back, guys. Okay guys, we got our police report and the police officer's right over here about to take off. Everything is going to be okay other than the stress. I think that we're fine. And Aussie Van Man, Mr. Brock.
Hello.
He came for moral support just in case it was going to be dark. I appreciate that. Okay guys, so everything is done, but I wanted to come back here. That sensor that's kind of doing weird stuff. So normally if I just close my door like normal, like that, it would normally close super flush, but you can see that it's not super flush. So I have to really slam it now in order to get it to be flush. And now this one is sticking out a little bit. So there is some damage, but it doesn't seem to be terrible. I do want to see also if up here where it kind of goes in, if there's any problem with it aligning. Okay, so again, just closing it normal. That clearly isn't closed all the way. I can actually put my finger in there. That's never been like that, so that's a problem. Up here, I can't really feel too much of a difference, but it does feel like it might not be quite as firm. But you can see whenever we go down here and push it in, it definitely has some give to it. So that's messed up. So we'll have to slam it closed. It picks up the seal now. It doesn't rock. So I think this is not good, guys. But I think that it's gonna be okay when it comes to water, which is my main thing, because I can drive it like this until I can get to Texas. I can't drive it like this though if I end up in rain and it's leaking. So I'm gonna test it over the next couple days just to kind of see while I'm trying to figure out the insurance thing, I guess. This is not fun. This is not how I want to spend my day today at all. You know what though, guys? At least since I've had a bad day, the sky is doing the sky thing. It makes me happy to see this, just not the other stuff. Okay guys, we're back on the road and Brock is gonna lead us to camp safely. And at the same time, I'm just gonna have to think about all of the things I have ahead of me now. Okay guys, I made it to camp. I'm going to just try to knot for a little while. And then tomorrow morning, I'll start this whole process of figuring this out. Again, I'm gonna share what happens along the way with you guys because I know that you'll be interested in a follow-up, but this is not how I intended on today going, that's for sure. Tomorrow morning we'll assess kind of if I had any draft coming in or anything like that. So for now, this is what we're dealing with. Okay, so normally, as you know, I like to lean a pillow up against this back wall area. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna see if whenever I'm sleeping, if I feel any kind of like air or draft coming through. That'll help me to be able to better know what to tell the insurance company also whenever I see them or talk to them. And I think that that's the best thing that we can do tonight, because there's nothing else that we can really do in way of like calling anybody and getting it immediately fixed, but being able to give them a proper diagnosis as to what's going on so they can kind of prepare. That's what's gonna happen tonight. It's not fun. It's not gonna be fun, and it's okay. It just is what it is. Oh. Normally this is the part of the video where I would say to you guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. But on days like today, it doesn't feel very good. It just does not. But I will keep you guys posted. Van life, man. Van life. Some days it's just harder than others. Till next time, guys. Bye.